Hey everyone, this is Robert, and I'm excited to show you something that I've been working on. So, if you've tried using MCP with Claude and Xano, you'll know that it can be challenging. Even just setting up very powerful MCP tools in general that use API keys and authentication, it isn't ideal. The setup can be complex. You might expose API keys or you might be worried about that. And the technology is still at an early stage where not all of those questions are completely answered. So, what I've been working on and what I'd like to show you now is a solution that makes this more simple and secure and reliable. And that's what we have here on the page. So what I'm going to do is actually just log in. And after I log in, you'll see the simple dashboard. And it is prompting you to enter your API key and to save it to the remote MCP. So you can see I already have mine saved, but what this just did was it already is showing me a preview of the information that I have in my Xano instance or related to my Xano instance from this API key. So this is also confirming that it is connected. So all you do again is just enter your API key and then it associates your key with your account now, with your Snappy account because you're saving it to your profile. So after you've done that, you'll be able to get this URL or this snippet that you can use in Claude or with any client that supports MCP. And that's it. So there's no complex setup. There's no exposing your API key or sharing it with whoever you might want to give access to your tools. You are now just securing that through this platform, and we'll get to in a second how you can actually use this. So if we come down here, what we'll do is demonstrate is actually just copy this URL, and I'm going to paste it here in Cloudflare's AI Playground. So I'm actually just going to paste the same URL here. You can see there's just ends with, so it's a general URL. If I click on connect, you'll see that it asks you to authenticate. And this is the OAuth flow. So you can click approve and you can log in with the same Snappy credentials. And after logging in, it connects and it shows the available Xano tools. So now I can send a message like this, which is required to word it this way just to make sure that it actually does it in the playground environment. And you'll see that it works immediately. So it actually goes and retrieves the information about my instance, and that's successful. So now for Claude Desktop integration. So for Claude Desktop, what you want to do is just copy this entire snippet, right? So you can just actually click on this copy icon, and you're going to attach the snippet to your config file. So with Claude Desktop, if you were to go into your settings and then click on developer and then click on edit config, you'll get this window. And in this file, Claude Desktop config, that's the file that you're going to edit and add this snippet to. So once you do that, and after restarting Claude, what you'll see is here, let me just actually close the settings page. Yeah, after resetting Claude, you'll see Snappy in your tools. And you'll also see once you click on Snappy, you'll see the tools themselves. And now you can say things like use your Snappy Xano tools as a demo. And again, I did not have to authenticate myself again because it is a persistent connection. Oh, let me just make sure my internet's good. Actually, this is good to have this happen during a video. All right, so we can see it's still connected. Use your Snappy Xano tools as a demo. And you can see that it's working. So it's able to see databases. Like I said, I don't have to authenticate again because I've already done the OAuth and it's persistent. And this gives you several key benefits. First is security. Your API key is not exposed to Claude or in the prompts. And reliability, it runs on edge servers, so it's always available. That's another thing. And it's, all the complexity about that is absorbed. You don't have to deal with any code. It's completely hosted for you and it's always running. You don't have to run it locally. Persistence, tokens are stored, so you don't have to re-authenticate constantly. And also it's future-proof. It's using the latest HTTP streaming specification, so that removes some of that concern for the future. This is where the technology is heading towards. And of course for simplicity. So this is something that I've actually, originally this is something I worked on for myself, and I'm definitely, that's the main motivation, is because I need this tool. I need it so I can multiple APIs without having to go into the config all the time and keep switching things. And if I want to share access with other people, this is something that became necessary for me. So the simplicity that it brings to this whole process is a big benefit. And right now I'm using this with about 40 Xano tools. So this demo only has, I think, maybe just 5 if I just count the Xano ones. So I'm using one that has about 40, and I'm going to be expanding this version so that includes all of those capabilities. And I'm going to be opening up access to the beta access next week. So the goal is to make it easy to share API access securely to your tools and give you centralized management over which tools are enabled and the usage of them. And that's it. So it's a secure way to connect Claude to your Xano database. And if you're interested in trying out the beta, just leave a comment or DM me. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'm looking forward to what everybody thinks. Thank you.